700 miles from home, and that's when your brake pads start grinding. So the inside of my inside brake pads on my Ford Expedition are starting to grind. So I thought, why not bring you guys along in 115-degree Arizona heat and show you how to replace the brake pads. You don't need a garage, you don't need any super fancy tools. So I'm going to show you replacing my brake pads in AutoZone's parking lot in 115-degree Arizona heat. Every vehicle comes with a jack, so we're set there. Every vehicle comes with a tire iron. I put a little bit nicer one in mine, so it's not such a pain in the butt. That's grinding inside. That side's okay, but throw some new pads on. You can see they're getting pretty dang skinny. You got your little inspection window there. Before you take it apart, you can jam between the rotor and your brake pad and recompress your piston. So hopefully you didn't overfill your brake fluid because you thought it was low, because that's a good way to tell how worn your pads are, is where your brake level is. Generally, when your brake level's to the minimum mark or really close to it, your brake pads are almost worn out, unless you've been topping it off all the time, which isn't really necessary. So push that in, and then there's just two Torx bits right here, right down here. T45 for Ford, pretty common, and virtually all cars are about the same. You know, you'll have some that are just a little bit different. They'll have bolts or something up here, but easy enough. While I'm unscrewing this, I'm actually down in Phoenix, and I'm actually hurting to get this done because I'm invited over to somebody's house. Eat All the Birds. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. I'll put a link to his channel below, but being very generous, I made a comment in one of my videos that I was heading down to Phoenix for the week, and he said, hey, why don't you come over? So finishing this up and heading over to his house. So I'll put a link to his videos, his channel. He does a lot of kind of prepper videos, but they're short, they're quick, they're to the point. He knows what he's talking about, which just makes for some great YouTube watching. So pull those off, and then I should be able to slide this whole assembly right out. There we go, it's off. And then the brake pads, just take the old one out. That doesn't look so sharp. Just put the new one in. Yes, right over the grinding. Doesn't matter. Don't get new rotors. They'll wear themselves right back in. You'll never notice. If you catch it next time before they go out, I mean, this'll ruin maybe like 5% of my overall life, you know, by putting it on a rough surface. I'm not worried about it. Just slide the new one in. On this side, maybe a little persuasion, and we'll slide the new one on the inside. Now it's always fun trying to fit this caliper back over everything. We got it squeezed in enough. It's always close, and we do. Get my bottom on this little lip, and usually the top folds in, and then we just tighten back up our bolts. If they don't move freely, you can grease them up with some grease. They sell a whole bunch of chemicals and crap you can put on them, but generally these ones are so close inside to outside. I mean, that's not too far off. Inside wore a little bit more, but if they're way off, you know, if you got taper where this is way thick and this is way thin, then you'll have to you have problems, and you need to grease up your bolts and stuff to make sure it all slides in and out. But that's the brake job, put it back together. That's a whopping probably 8 minutes, 10 minutes to do this, and we're good to go. Don't forget to get in and pump the brakes a couple times before you start moving until you build up pressure. Should only take like 3 or 4, but there we go, under 30 minutes. Just took 2 tools. I had to use a funky Torx bit, but most of the time it's just actually a socket and a flathead screwdriver, or you can use a C-clamp. Flathead screwdriver is all I got right now. So if I can do it in 115-degree weather, 700 miles from home, in the middle of a parking lot, you can do it at home in your driveway or wherever you are. So people are looking at me strange. I'm talking to myself. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. putting around on a lake now, thanks to Eat All the Birds. Let me take his boat out onto his lake. Very nice area. It's still probably about 90 degrees here and the sun's going down, but a heck of a lot nicer than the days in Phoenix. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps you out. Go check out his channel. Put a link below. Put a link down in the comments, but thumbs up, subscribe. See you guys soon. Bye.